just last week I purchased a self-help book. All right, it talked about leadership skills. It talked about money management, managing your mindset. It talked about a lot of different things. Okay, and one part of that book that attracted me a lot was, in an organization you need both kinds of people. You need leaders also, you need followers also, right? Otherwise an organization will not survive. You need people of both kind of mindset. So in your opinion, what are some qualities that a leader should have? Every language, that our personality is influenced by the average of the personalities of people we hang out with, right? So if I am constantly talking to people who have a lot of leadership qualities in them, chances are I'll pick up something from them, versus if I am talking to people who are very pessimistic all the time, then maybe even I'll start feeling that. So to what extent do you agree with this fact that that our personality is influenced by those we hang out with?
Hello.
Hello, hi Kawaljit ma'am, good evening.
Very good evening.
How are you?
How are you? Last time when you asked me this question, that
Hmm.
how was me at that time, and whatever was my answer at the end of the session, you told me that next time whenever anybody asks you, never say I'm good, I'm great. Say something different. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
But I can't say I'm splendid or something like that. Actually, yesterday evening when I was coming back from my work, my
Hmm.
vehicle, my car bumped into some other vehicle.
Oh.
Yeah. So the whole day today went into
Hmm.
this whole hassle, you can say, you know, documentation and then sending the car to the company, etc. So this is the only moment when I'm just in a good mood to have a chit chat with you.
Are you okay after that incident?
Yeah,
How are you
yeah,
feeling?
yes, yes, yes. Physically, I'm okay. Mentally, a bit stressed out, you can say.
I can understand. So
Yes.
take some time off, right? Relax. After such incidents, I think it's very normal to feel a little anxious. So do talk it out with your family if you are not feeling okay. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, everything is okay. Yes. If something of this sort happens, then of course it's a expensive affair as well. That also pinches you a lot sometimes.
True, true, true.
Yeah.
I hope things get better for you. And I hope this session, by the end of this session, you have a big smile on your face and you forget everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Okay, very well then. So I personally am a very big movie buff. Right now, I was wrapping up a movie on Netflix. So how about you? Do you like watching films? Are you also a cinephile just like I am?
Not cinephile, not movie buff. Yeah, occasionally I do watch movies.
Hmm.
That changes, that elevates my mood. But
Hmm.
I can't go for any kind of movie. I mean, if there is some good storyline and there is some movies in news because of good storyline and the producers or the directors are good. And just to break the monotony, occasionally we move out to the theater to watch the movies, but
Perfect.
not in routine. Yes, yes, sometimes there are, some epic movies like Angur or Ye Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara kind of. So whenever I don't have anything else to do,
Hmm.
then, and suppose it is being shown on the TV, per
Yeah.
chance, then I sit to watch the movie. But otherwise, I'm not a movie person that way. Yes, I go
Movies
after good storyline.
you go after?
Good storyline.
Yeah, I think that's the case with most. Every movie buff, that's the whole point. No, movies are for entertainment, not for regular consumption. If we start watching movies every day, then I think that would be a way to waste our time. So
Yeah,
it's
yes,
better to watch it just for relaxation or for entertainment, leisurely, maybe once a month, twice a month, not more than that. Correct?
yeah, yes.
Okay. Can you think of the first movie that you ever watched on the big screen? The first one.
First one, it's very difficult to take a trip down the memory lane. What was the first movie? Uh, I'll
Was it
exactly.
okay? If you're not able to recall it at the moment, it's totally fine. Maybe in the next session you can tell me. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, then great. So, all right. So let's dive into today's session topic. It's an intriguing one, but of course very deep. It's about life after death. Would you like to discuss this with me, or do you want to discuss anything else that's on your mind?
Actually, I haven't thought of anything else to talk about, but I'm no more, and I'm not interested into this topic as well because it's just, I think, going to be the wastage of time.
Oh, why do you
We
say
all
so?
are the, sorry,
Why do you say so? That it would be a wastage of time.
because wastage of, yeah, if we have to talk
Hmm.
on some topic and to just hone or to just see the how the communication goes on, like I have to practice my speaking skills.
Hmm.
Sorry, again and again, I have to touch my screen when I had my last session. Even similar kind of problem I was facing,
Okay.
and again similar. My screen all of a sudden it turns blank, goes blank. So that way I can't see the tutor, I can't see you. So every time I have to press the screen. Have you ever encountered this kind of problem these days on English Yari with anybody else?
Not really, not that I'm aware of. I've had sessions since morning, and no one complained of this thing. Exactly what happens if your screen is not active,
My
only the
screen
tutor side
totally,
goes. Wait. Only the tutor side goes blank, or both the sides go blank, yours and the tutors.
both the sides go blank, and this happens whenever I'm on English Yari. This is second time consecutively happening. The similar kind of thing when I have my sessions with people at random, nothing of this sort happens, and I don't know why it is happening.
Even I'm not sure about it because, as I mentioned, this is something very unique.
Last time I
I
had my session with Harshdeep, and he also had the was in the same position. That sorry, Kawaljit, I can't help you out. So yes, okay. Anyhow, we should continue with the session. So far as this topic is concerned,
hmm,
that life after death, or what happens
hmm.
when somebody dies.
Ah,
Actually, Neha, what to talk about? Because
it's Megha.
I'm sorry. Megha. Sorry. Actually, Neha is my YouTube friend, and I had a conversation with her just a couple of minutes back. She was also asking me about all this thing.
So,
Yes,
how do you
sorry.
get the energy to have these, back to back conversations? You must be really passionate about speaking in English, right? If you just had a session with someone and then again another session, it's commendable, to be honest.
Actually, Megha, this is the only time when I get the opportunity to talk to someone in English.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the whole day we converse in our regional language, and my regional language is Punjabi only.
Hmm.
So
And
at similar is the situation at the workplace as well. So
okay.
that way I don't get the opportunity. Like every time I would note down so many of the things.
Hmm.
And whenever I'm heading towards my job work or I'm coming back, I keep on recalling all those things. But a number of times you have some other things in your mind. So the thing is the moral of the story, or what I want to convey is that in spite of all my all efforts, like I want to use the idioms, I want to go for some advanced kind of vocabulary, I want to level up my communication, but in spite of all that, because I fail to do that much of practice, so my efforts, they don't come up with the that much of the outcome. So
Hmm.
whenever possible, like before joining with you, it was not this kind of session. We just talk to each other regarding so many of the issues we keep on facing on daily basis, our journey on YouTube or other
Right.
such things also.
That's wonderful. Great. So, if you're not interested to talk about the session material, totally fine. No worries.
No,
We
no.
can talk
If
about
like
something
you
else.
asked me that why not? So
Yeah.
I want to go along with it. Now you ask me whatever you want. I will try to come up with the answers or in the way my mind goes.
Sure,
Uh,
but suddenly, how come you had this change of heart? Earlier, I think you were not very convinced, and suddenly you're up for it. So, what
because
happened?
actually two things are there. One is that we people are here, like you are my tutor, and I'm here just to speak something in English. I have to check out, come up with the like my speaking skills. Another thing is whenever I talk to somebody, I take the topic of the session very seriously. And I used to forget that I have to focus on my vocabulary or the speaking skills, I get totally engrossed into the content. You got my point?
Yeah.
So this time I will try to just come up with the right kind of sentence. Though
Okay.
I'm a person from a science background and I don't believe there is something, some reincarnation kind of thing actually happens. Though sometimes on YouTube or in news, we come across such kind of news that somebody dies and the person is reborn somewhere else after 10 years, 20 years kind of thing. But it's not something of my interest. I just take it as a kind of gossip kind of content because I'm a person from the science background, and being a science person, we believe that nothing of that sort happens. And moreover, as a person, also, I always advocate this thing that we all have got just one life. There is nothing like seven janam kind of thing. But this topic is related to life after death. So you ask me something, whatever is there in your mind, I would try to give you the answers.
I think without me asking you anything, you have said quite a lot about it, all your views, all your opinions. So I have hardly any questions left. So let's move on to something else, because I don't want you to answer mechanically just for giving the correct sentence structures. That's not a problem. Okay. Just last week I purchased a self-help book. All right. It talked about leadership skills. It talked about money management, managing your mindset. It talked about a lot of different things. Okay. And one part of that book that attracted me a lot was, in an organization you need both kinds of people. You need leaders also, you need followers also, right? Otherwise an organization will not survive. You need people of both kind of mindset. So in your opinion, what are some qualities that a leader should have?
Hmm. Okay. A leader should be a kind of person, like a leader should have a faith in himself or herself, and at the same time should be flexible also. He should have a quality to listen every team member and go and then analyze their opinion. Because
Hmm.
if what a leader does, leader is a person who has to achieve some goal. Like only then we form a team, then only then there is some team leader. So the person should be flexible at the same time, and should be a good listener, but
Hmm.
should have belief in herself or himself. This is the first quality. A leader
Okay.
shouldn't impose his or her own opinions on all the persons. He should be a very good listener, because a
Hmm.
number of times the person who work in your company, they come up with very good way out to solve or sort out a problem.
Hmm.
So
Okay, so they must have a lot of self belief, and they should be a good listener and not a dictator, basically. They shouldn't
not a
behave like
dictator,
a
yes,
dictator.
good
Yeah.
listener, yes.
Very true, very true. So, how would it be if we all have to work under a dictator? I think it would be a nightmare to wake up every day and talk to a boss who always, uh, shows his or her authority on you instead of working as a team. It would not be a good experience.
No, yes, of
Yes,
course, yes,
yes,
not possible.
absolutely.
You can't work in that kind of environment.
Hmm.
You can't
Absolutely.
survive, because that is going, then that in that very case, I feel you would start suffocating, and at
Yes.
some point of time you would leave that organization.
Absolutely. I think at the end of the day, we do a job not just for money, but it's also for a sense of fulfillment in life, for some kind of work life balance, to socialize, to have a good life overall, right? So, all of these things matter. Very true, very true. Good one. And it is a common saying in every language that our personality is influenced by the average of the personalities of people we hang out with, right? So if I am constantly talking to people who have a lot of leadership qualities in them, chances are I'll pick up something from them. Versus if I am talking to people who are very pessimistic all the time, then maybe even I'll start feeling that. So to what extent do you agree with this fact that that our personality is influenced by those we hang out with?
I agree with you 100%, Mega,
Oh, great.
because it matters a lot.
Yeah.
You see, I give you one example to justify this statement. The
Yeah.
kind of movie or TV programs normally people see or people watch, that
Yes.
leaves an impact on their minds. Like the ladies who are always going after these daily soaps kind of things. I
Hmm.
have noticed their mindset that gets fixed up at
Okay.
that very particular level. They start
Hmm.
thinking that way so far as the bonding between the relationships is concerned,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Similarly,
Yes. Truly.
if I'm working and the people around me, they are having positive kind of attitude,
Hmm.
even if someday I'm feeling low, because people
Hmm.
around me, they always boost you up, and they're talking everything on the positive note.
Right.
That changes your mindset, though internally, due to any reason, someday you feel low, but
Hmm.
in the company of those people, you start feeling elevated, energized. You feel as if your mood is rejuvenated in their company. And similar thing happens the other way around. If you are suppose someday I'm going to my work, I have so many things on my list,
Yes.
and after reaching the office, people around me, suppose I feel they're not energetic, they're no more interested in
Correct.
full or doing that particular task,
Yeah.
then what would happen? I would, after some time, I would also start feeling bit low, or with the kind of this mental makeup. Okay, बाद में देख लेंगे kind of thing. So of
Yeah.
course, your company matters a lot, and you
True.
see, whenever in our life on daily basis, whether they are not physically around us,
Hmm.
if we feel low or whatever is the mindset or of a person, and we make a phone call to any of our friends,
Hmm.
you see, after the conversation, your mindset changes according to the kind of conversation you had a couple of seconds or minutes ago,
Hmm.
isn't it? So
Yes.
that affects us a lot.
Hmm, absolutely. So we should definitely take care of the kind of people that we interact with, the kind of people that we surround ourselves with. So these
Yes,
days on social media, there is a trend that goes on related to self care. That if there is any kind of toxicity around you that is sucking away your energy, it's good to get rid of it and maintain your sense of
yes,
peace, sense of calm. So
yes,
it's recommended, right?
yes, true.
Yeah. Okay.
I fully agree with you. Yes. So
Okay.
declutter everything, whatever is toxicating kind of people or environment is around you. Cut off
Truly.
from them.
Perfect. So let's play a small game. Okay. I just thought of something. I'll give you a relation in your life, maybe a best friend, a neighbor, and you have to give me one word to describe their dominant trait. Okay. For example, my best friend, when I think of my best friend, I think of the word artistic. She's very artistic. Okay. When I think of my neighbor, I feel generous because they're always ready to help us. All right. And when I think of my father, maybe humorous. He has a good sense of humor. So I'll give you a relation and you give me a personality trait which is dominant in them. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be fun. It's going to be simple. Yeah. Okay. Let's start with your spouse.
Leader.
Hmm. Yourself.
Me.
Yes.
I'm simply hardworking.
Hardworking. Okay.
That is
Your
my
your
that is my strength.
your hard work. Your hardworking nature.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Like,
That's.
to justify, I feel I'm not that brainy, but yes,
Hmm.
I can put in lots of efforts to accomplish my goal or whatever I take in my hand. I would try to give my best.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Your best friend.
Actually, this is a kind of question which is very difficult to come up
Mhm.
with the answer.
Yeah.
I'm not at all social, Mega, and
Oh.
I don't have any such kind of friend. I have so many people around me
Okay.
because I'm a working professional and I have
Yes.
been in this field for the last almost 3 decades. So
Oh. Okay.
number of people is there is a big list, but
Hmm.
if you have to, I have to choose anybody as my friend. Frankly speaking, not even a single friend. My daughter is my friend.
Okay, then your daughter, what is one personality trait that's dominant in her?
Yes, it's difficult. I feel she's not feel she's very cooperative,
Cooperative. Hmm.
passionate also
Okay. Okay. Passionate about?
about everything. Like, or okay, if I want to change the world, can I change the world? She's
Sure.
sensitive, very sensitive,
Sensitive.
sensitive towards relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Lovely. That's great. I think this is um, an essential skill to possess in today's day and age. You need to be sensitive towards your relationship to sustain any relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, good one. And lastly, your parents. One word to collectively describe them in their role as parents.
Loving,
Loving. Mm.
uh, sacrificing kind of things.
Mm.
Or I think one word is not enough to describe them, Mega. Actually, whatever I'm today, it's all because of my parents.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it's some, though your question is correct, that
Yeah.
describes somebody with one word. But I
Mm.
feel sometimes there are some people who have
Yeah.
so many qualities,
Mm.
and you can't keep them like, you can't rank them like this is number one, or that comes at number one and this comes at number two.
Yes.
So far as my parents are concerned, they are still living with me. Like,
Yeah.
I am taking care of my parents from both the
That's
sides.
nice. That's
My
nice.
mom and dad are also with me.
Hmm.
But if I have to just describe them in one word, as
Yeah.
as per your question,
Hmm.
at this very age, out of this kind of stage, I can simply say, loving.
Hmm. Okay. They're loving. Amazing. I think every kid needs a lot of love. They say, right, when a kid is like 0 to 5 years old, you have to shower them with love, and then you have to discipline them, and then lastly, you have to become their best friend. So, do you agree with this gradual progression of the
Yes, yes,
relationship?
definitely that progression occurs as we grow in a relationship. That's,
Yes.
but at the back of every bonding, love is there. That love and care is there. Though,
That's.
like, just a couple of seconds ago, I said my daughter is my best friend.
Hmm.
Again, there is love and care because she cares a lot for her
Hmm.
mom, her dad.
Hmm.
She loves us a lot.
Wow.
And she's very sensitive. She loves so much to her nanima as well.
She
Every
gives
member in the
love to her
family.
nanima. Yeah, she gives love.
Yes,
Yeah.
she gives love. Yes, to
Mm.
everybody in the family.
Such an angel.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Okay. Yes, I think you need to have such pure-hearted people in the family. You for all the positive vibes. It makes a lot of difference. Yeah, great.
Mm.
And I think at the end of the day, it's all because of your upbringing. Kids are, of course, a reflection of their parents in many ways. Yeah. So the kind of values you inculcate in them, that's what they're going to reflect to the world. So
Yes,
great, awesome.
possible.
Perfect. So, yes, that brings us to the end of today's conversation. I'll give you a few words before we can wrap it up. Let me
Mm.
know if you can make a sentence with it and if you know the meaning. Okay? Yeah.
Sure.
The first word for you would be hilarious. What's that?
Uh, Hilarious, like some incident happens around you and you enjoy that a lot. It's
Yes.
funny. So that is hilarious.
Fun.
Something which is funny.
True. Very good. The next word for you would be zesty. Zesty. Zesty.
Zesty, zest.
Yeah.
Immediately, it's not coming in my mind. So
No
sorry.
problem. Zest means enthusiasm. Like
Yeah.
my
Yes. Yes.
grandfather has a lot of zest in him. Right? He is extremely enthusiastic. So zesty means a person that's very enthusiastic, full of life, brings a lot of cheer wherever they are. So that's zesty. Okay, and the last one. Let's see if you can get this right. The last word would be meticulous.
Yeah, meticulous, like doing the things in a very meticulous manner, like in a very systematic way with perfection, taking care of everything related, nitty and gritty related to that particular task.
Hmm.
So That is doing the things meticulously.
Yes, paying attention to all the tiny details, making sure everything is executed perfectly. So that's
Yes.
meticulous. So, do you consider, earlier you told me that you're a very hardworking person? I think this is a trait of most hardworking people, that they are quite meticulous. So, are you?
Yes, I can say the same thing about me also. I won't say that I always demand perfection in everything because it's just a myth. But yes, I always try to do everything to bring everything up to that level.
Uh huh.
Um, right? And similar thing I want from my peer mates or from the people around me also, where it's
Yeah.
a different story or different thing whether they come up with that kind of result or not.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a kind of person who can't make compromises so far as the work culture or work is concerned or any job is concerned.
Hmm. Okay, okay, very well, not a problem. So, yes, I think meticulous would definitely be another word to add to your list to describe yourself. Okay, so good one, Kawaljit ma'am. You spoke really well. You are quite a zesty person. When I think of you, the word zesty came to my mind because I asked myself, how would you describe her? So, and that's the word that sprang in my mind. So, very good. You bring a lot of positive energy to the table, and you're not afraid of speaking your mind. That is a quality that I admire in people. That is about putting your points across without any hesitation, without being afraid, what you like, what you don't like. Good one. Okay, I honestly don't have anything to criticize in the way you speak. You're a fabulous speaker. Keep it up. Always remember that the reason why you're so good is because of consistent practice and your passion for the language. So keep that alive all the time. Okay.
Sure,
Yes, yes. Okay then. So I
certainly.
hope you have a splendid evening ahead, and I'll take your leave now. Okay?
Thank you,
Most
and night.
good night. Good night. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.